Finances have become quite difficult in the last couple of years, haven't they? And instead of actually tackling it head on, sometimes we have a tendency to just avoid it altogether. We often treat money as if it's just a static entity, nothing more than numbers on a screen, a fixed amount that either brings relief or induces anxiety. It's passive, something that we react to rather than actively engaging with it. But it's not just that, it's a lot more dynamic. It's a narrative which you can use to write your own story. So think about it this way: every single pound that you have is almost like a dedicated worker working for you, ready to perform a task. And imagine you're the manager of this workforce, but instead of providing clear instructions, assigning roles and responsibilities, giving them their scope and their deadlines, you don't do any of that. So the workers are unsure where to go. And because of that, instead of working for your best interests, sometimes they're just sitting around, or worse, working against your best interests. So here's the uncomfortable truth: if we don't tell our money where to go with intention and purpose, it'll find its own way out. And sometimes towards things that you don't even want, like forgotten subscriptions, impulsive purchases, and you'll just be wondering where all of it went at the end of the month. So, how do we shift from being passive observers of our finances to active, empowered managers and leaders? Well, firstly, we need to build a conscious relationship with money. So, don't just look at your bank balance in either fear or hope. Engage with it, track it. I don't mean obsessively, but just quietly observe it. What are those quiet expenditures that are slowly eating away into your funds? And what purchases genuinely leave you feeling empowered and closer to your goals versus the ones that leave you with buyer's remorse? So, this tracking isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. It's about gathering the data that we need to make informed decisions. Then, once we have this awareness, the next step is to assign the jobs to the money. So, let's give every pound a purpose. A simple yet incredibly effective framework is to categorize spending into three key areas. So, the first bucket can be our essentials, which is our survival money. So, it covers the basic needs like food, rent, or mortgage, and even stuff like utility bills and transport to work. So, these are non negotiable expenses that we have to fund our day to day life. The second bucket is growth, and this is the investment money that will work for you in the longer term. So it could be traditional financial instruments, or it could be investing in yourself through courses, books, workshops, and so on. Here, it's just about building a better future for yourself and expanding your capabilities. The third bucket is your leisure and your joy. And yeah, this is also important, right? Because if you're just working full on, uh, flat out, it's gonna drain you very quickly. So think about what really brings you joy and double down on that as well, but in a controlled manner. And the core idea here isn't to restrict spending in a way that feels like it's punishing you, but rather it's about redirecting it. It's about being deliberate. So instead of your money leaking away on things you don't truly value, let's consciously direct it towards your needs, your growth, your well being. And when you begin to invest, whether it's in yourself, in developing new skills, or even in traditional financial instruments, it's about far more than just financial returns. It's about alignment. It's asking yourself, are you growing the future of yourself that you envision? Are your financial actions supporting your aspirations and your values? And no, we absolutely don't need six-figure incomes to be in control of our finances. But what we do need is to start establishing some clarity about where the money is going and what it'll do. And we need courage to face the uncomfortable truths right now. So remember, even a seemingly insignificant amount like £10 can either vanish into the air, or it can be consciously allocated, saved, or invested and begin its journey towards becoming something valuable.